Hey, what's up you guys? So today I'm going to show you how to make a ring like this out of a bolt. You can use many different types of bolts if you want to get, different sorts. I made this one yesterday, and I'm going to today make a ring out of this. Bigger bolt, it'll make a good thumb ring, kind of thin, There we go. So yeah, it's not hard. The tools you're gonna need one of these weird triangle grindy thingies. I don't know what you would even call it. And you're gonna need a orbital sander. This really makes things easy. You could probably make the entire thing with this thing, but it would be really hard. So yeah, you need this, the orbital sander, and a grinder. Now the grinder is important. You could use a file, you could use the triangle thingy, but the grinder makes it easy to make the ring a circle. Because if you look, this was a bolt and it's not a circle anymore, or it is a circle now, and this is a bolt and it's not a circle. You need to make it a circle all the way around, kind of follow the contours there. Now you can make the top flat like that, looks kind of cool. I'm going to make this one a complete circle this time because, this is kind of thick and this is thin. It would look a little weird, I think. So, yeah, let's get started. Okay, here we are at the grinder. So, put your bolt into a pair of vice grips, squeeze it really tight because when you're up against the grinder like this, it will move in there, and that's not good. So yeah, just grind off every point, make it a more or less of a circle. So, yep. Okay, now it looks a little bit less like a bolt, a little circular, a little more like the ring, but the edges are still really messed up. There's bite marks from where the vice grips were. Doesn't look good. So this is when we're going to use the orbital sander. And by the way, I don't know if I talked about this, but the triangle thing is for filing out the inside diameter if it doesn't fit. This fits perfectly, so I'm just going to leave the threads in, and it's not going to matter. But with the this one, I actually had to use that, and I pushed too hard inside the thing, and it starts to look funny, and it kind of wears out. So don't push hard. Like the drill do the work, and don't push. So yeah, now this is what we're gonna do. So you get your orbital sander and clamp it with a C-clamp right there at the table. And if you have a fancy one like mine, you have a little adjuster, so you can lock it and you can adjust to what you want your speed to be at, and then you can just sand. So you're gonna put a 80 grit pad on here to start, and you're gonna sand the edges and the whole thing, so it starts to become more circular. And this is kind of still roughing out, So I'm going to go do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now I have it sanded down to a nice circle. The edges are getting there. They still don't look like that though. So, and the sides are still original bolt look. So now we're going to go down to 220 grit on the sander, and you're going to want to sand. You're going to sand it down even more because it's still not quite thin enough. You're going to sand it down more, and we're going to that's almost the finishing stage. It's gonna start looking smoother and more shiny. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'll be right back. And there we go, the polishing is over. Looks pretty good. This is good enough for this demonstration, but to get down to this level, you got to go to a even finer grit, like 500, and then keep going down until you get it thin. If you look, this bolt was thick to begin with, so it's hard to get it down real thin, but this is thinner. You get the thinnest bolt you can get. So so from the inside to the outside, get the thinnest you can get, so that it's easier. Because this bolt was a very thick bolt. It was that big. It took forever to get it down to this side. But to get to this point, it took about 20-ish minutes, and then I polished it with my Dremel and some metal polish, and it cleans it up a little bit. You can remove the threads in there, and that's what I did here with the cone thing, but you can mess around with this. It's easy to do. It just takes a little bit of practice. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe if you're on YouTube. Please follow if you're on Instructables, and please vote for me on Instructables. That would be great. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.